Welcome to another Microsoft Excel tutorials. In this video, we are going to look at some basic operations that you can apply in your daily activities in Microsoft Excel. And these operations are going to boost your Excel productivity. So without any further ado, let's dive in and explore these operations. There is a function in Microsoft Excel which is called the sum product. It's also a function that allows you to add a range of items or data in a database. Now, in this worksheet, I have this practical text exams, which consists of name, text 1, text 2, text 3, total marks of this student. Now, in the column of the total marks, there is no total marks given. I want to add these 3 marks obtained from this text that was partaked by these students. You can use the sum function to calculate this, but the sum product also gives you other options you can utilize. When I select this cell and type equal to sign, you can type the sum product. And when you get the option, you can press the tab key, and this opens up this particular function, and it says array 1, array 2. This is best used for calculating arrays, but in this case I have these 3 marks situated under this 3 texts partaken by these students. So the only thing that you can do here is to click and drag over the marks that was obtained by these students, and when you hit the enter key, this sum product function is also going to add these numbers as compared to the sum function. So you can use this function to calculate or add numbers which are in 2 or more cells. So when I select this cell, I can use the fill handle and get the marks for all these students. Now let me show you a quick way to get this calculation done. Now when you select this cell, you can hold down the shift key and the down arrow key and select all the cells for all the individual students. Now when you do so, this becomes a range, and this cell becomes the active cell. That is where we are going to situate our function. So I'm going to type the equal to sign and type the sum product. Now I have the option in the drop down. I'm going to hit the tab key, then I'm going to select all these cells. Now for you to get all the marks for the student, just hold Ctrl plus enter, and this calculates all the marks for all the students at a go in a simple way, without calculating them individually or calculating for the first cell and using the fill handle to get it for the remaining cell. You can select all the cell at a go, and in the range of that cell you are going to have an active cell, and when you do the calculation, you just hold Ctrl plus enter, and this spells the function down and cut across all the cell references, and this particular cell reference is known as relative cell reference. If you want to understand the different kinds of cell references we have in Excel, I have a video link in the description below. You can check that video out. It explains all the types of cell references we have in Excel and how and when to use them. So this is the first operation in this particular video. Now the next one is how to pin a workbook. Now this is my current worksheet in this particular workbook. When I move to the file menu, I have this home tab selected, and this interface gives you the room to create a blank workbook, also to choose from this other template in Microsoft Excel and start manipulating your data. When you move below, we have these 2 tabs here. We have the recent tab and also the pinned tab. Anytime you open Microsoft Excel for the first time, you will get access to the home tab, and you are going to be under the recent tab, and that is going to showcase you all the files that you've created in Microsoft Excel in this particular recent tab. Let's assume that there is a particular file you normally work on daily basis, or you frequently use them whenever you get access to Excel. That particular file can be pinned to this pin tab. So if you place your pointer on the pin tab and click, we have no file in this section. So the screen tip says pin files you want to easily find later. Click the pin icon that appears when you hover over a file. So when I move to the recent tab and I place my mouse pointer on this file, I get this pin icon, and when I click, this moves this to the pin tab. So anytime I open Microsoft Excel and get access to my home tab, I can move straight forward to the pin tab and get access to this file and work with it, and that is going to make it very simple for you in your daily activities when you are working within Excel. So this is how to pin a workbook in Microsoft Excel, and this gives you an easy access to your file anytime and anywhere. Now let's move back to our front stage view by pressing the escape key. In my first operation, I showed you how to use the sum product to get this calculation done. I'm going to hold Ctrl Shift and the down arrow key to select all these cells and press the delete key. I also want to show you another function which is called the aggregate. It also gives you the room to add numbers, and also it has other options you can utilize, especially when you have a database that has hidden rows and hidden columns. The aggregate function will be the best option to use. So in this case, I don't have any hidden row or hidden column, but I will illustrate that option to you so you can easily understand when you have your data set in Excel. I have all these cells selected, and as I said earlier, if you want to have all the function given to all the cells or spilled to all the cells, select all the cells and have a range. Then one particular cell, which is the first cell, is going to be the active cell for the formula or the function. So I'm going to type the equal to sign and type the aggregate function. So I have the drop down list. I can press the tab key. Now this gives you this drop down arrow. We have average. So for the aggregate function, you can use this particular function to calculate for average, count A, max, mean, product, stdefs, stdef We also have the sum, we have the VRS, we have VRP, we have the median. We have a lot of functions here, but in this case I want to focus on the sum function, and these functions have numbers allocation before it. So for the sum function, we have the number as 9, so I'm going to press 9. Then I'm going to bring my comma. Now this also brings other options, that is the options for your array. Now it gives you the first option. It says ignore nested subtotal and aggregate functions. We have the second one as ignore hidden rows, nested subtotal and aggregate functions. So you have a lot of options here. In this case, my data set has no hidden rows or hidden columns, so I'm going to choose ignore nothing. You can choose ignore hidden rows, you can choose ignore error values. All these options are preference to you and you can utilize them. I'm going to choose this one, which is number 4. You can double click or press the number 4. Now when you do so, you can press the comma, and this prompts you to select your array, and this is going to be my array, the 3 tests that was per tick. So I'm going to select this house, and then let's hold Control Enter. Now when you do this, this also calculates all the total marks for all these 3 tests we have, and this is perfectly done in Microsoft Excel. So you can explore these functions, the sum product, the aggregate, in your Excel daily activities. It is very useful, especially when you have those data that has hidden rows, hidden columns, error values and other stuffs in your data set. So this is our third operation. Now let's move to our next one, how to customize the quick access toolbar. Now what is the quick access toolbar? It is a toolbar in Excel that gives you easy access to commands that are frequently used or normally used on daily basis. When you move to the top left corner, we have this toolbar. When I place my mouse pointer on this arrow, it says quick access toolbar. Now this quick access toolbar, when you click on the drop down arrow, you have all these options under the quick access toolbar. You have new, open, and those commands that has tick mark before them, its command is displayed on the quick access toolbar. So if I check this open command, I see the open command here, and when I click on it, this takes me to the open interface of Microsoft Excel. So you can add more commands per your preference. If you want to add more commands, you can also access this individual tabs on the menu bar. So if I move to the page layout tab, this is the ribbon that is showcased to me under the page layout tab. And let's assume that I want to add the alignment option to the quick access toolbar. I can place my mouse pointer on it, right click, and then choose add to quick access toolbar, and that is going to add a command to the quick access toolbar. So anytime I want to utilize the alignment option, I can just come straight forward to the quick access toolbar without moving to the page layout. When you move to the home tab, in this case, let's assume I want to add conditional formatting to the quick access toolbar. I can right click and choose add to quick access toolbar, and that is going to add conditional formatting to the quick access toolbar. So you can see how we are customizing the quick access toolbar. Now to move to an advanced way, you click on the drop down arrow and then choose more commands. This provides you with the Excel options dialog box, and the quick access toolbar is selected in this pane. When I move to the right side, we have customize quick access toolbar, and these are the commands on the toolbar. So if you want to add more commands, you can come to this pane and select a command in this list. You can also click on this drop down arrow and choose all commands, and this is going to showcase you all the commands that you have in Excel. So if you want to add a command to the quick access toolbar, you navigate through all these options, select the command and choose add, and that is going to add a command here. Select and add. You also have the option to remove a command if you are not ready to use that particular command. So you make sure that command is selected here, then you choose remove. Select, remove. And when you are done with the customization of this toolbar in this dialog box, you can choose OK. In the front stage view of Excel, if you also want to remove a command from the quick access toolbar, you can place a pointer on it, right click and choose remove from quick access toolbar, and that is going to remove the command from the quick access toolbar. So this is how to customize your quick access toolbar in Microsoft Excel. We are moving to our last operation, which is called the clipboard options. Now, where can we identify the clipboard of Microsoft Excel? You click on the home tab and we have the clipboard. We have these options, and this clipboard options gives you so many room to work with it. Now, if I select this and move to the home tab, we have a lot of options here. We have the cut, copy, format painter, we have paste. Now, the paste is fade out. Why? Because we've not copied any data in our worksheet. So if I select this and choose copy, now this activates the paste command. It means that I can paste this into a different location. So you can see that I have copied this cell and pasted into this cell. The copy command copies data into the clipboard, and you can use the paste command to paste the copied item into a different location. As usual, you can also utilize this command, which is called a cut command. When you click, this cuts this particular data, and when you click this place, it also activates the paste command, and when you click, this moves this data to a different location. So the difference between the copy and the cut command is the copy makes a duplicate, while the cut removes the data from its original location permanently. So if you want to undo this, this is where the quick access toolbar becomes handy. You can click on this undo button, and that takes this or reverse this particular action as usual. Now, this is the clipboard option. We also have this command, which is the format painter. So let's assume that I have this data here. It has a lot of formatting. If I want to apply the same thing to this, I have to navigate through all the font styles, the font options, and apply the same formatting to this particular data. But this command gives you an easy way to get this formatting also applied to this. So you make sure that this data is selected. You click on this icon, and when you get access to this icon, you see a brush symbol. You just place the icon on the data and click. Now this applies the same formatting that we have for this to this particular data. These are some of the clipboard options. And also in this clipboard pane, we have this arrow, which is called a dialog box launcher. When you click, this shows you all the copied item that you have. So if I select this and choose copy, I'm going to see that item copied here. If I select multiple cells and choose copy, I can have that item here. So if I move to another section, I will ignore this pane and move to this clipboard task pane. And if I want to paste this, I click on it once, and that is going to paste the selected item in a different location. So if I select this cell and choose this data, I have this copied and also pasted in this cell. You have the option to also click on this drop down arrow. So let's assume that I select a different location, and then I want to paste. You can click on this, or you can click on this arrow and choose paste. You can also choose paste all option, and that is going to paste all the data in this task pane at once. So in this clipboard task pane, you have so many options you can utilize. And when you are done with all this and you want to clear all the copied or cut item, you can click on clear all, and that is going to clear your clipboard task pane, and you can close this pane. And now this is how the clipboard works in Microsoft Excel. So these are some of the operations I want to showcase to you in this video, and putting them into practice always make your work easier and also boost your productivity in Microsoft Excel.